605. I'm going to walk you through a couple of templates that I think will be efficient and save time. We begin in the PLAN605 Shared Resources folder. When you log into OneDrive and you click on Shared, you'll find that I've shared this resources folder with you, as well as the submissions folder. This is also linked to Canvas at the very top of the modules list. You'll find shortcuts to both the shared resources folder and the submissions folder. Under templates, there'll be two different folders. There's portfolio templates and poster templates. I'm going to walk you through portfolio template. There's a portfolio pages PowerPoint template here, as well as, if we go back to templates and fonts, poster templates. I have a poster PowerPoint template as well that's 24 by 36. The other templates that you'll see here in different folders are for InDesign. Adobe InDesign, which is an Adobe program that also deals with layout. So you'll see templates for those, but this particular film tonight, this video will cover the poster template as well as the portfolio pages template. If you would like to do all of your storyboard and your portfolio pages in PowerPoint. Okay, this other folder here, PowerPoint templates, is just for PowerPoint slideshows. So locate this particular portfolio page template and this poster template under located here. And again, this demonstration will be primarily for using the PowerPoint version of the poster template and the page templates. Okay, let's begin with the poster. I recommend that folks do the poster first. I think it has a way of organizing your thinking and organizing information in a logical story. The PowerPoint template is 2 pages. The first page is just a couple of instructions there. You'll see this red square here, which is kind of the key to how I built the template. You'll notice in PowerPoint when you move these different shapes around that they align to different things. They align to text, they align to other resources. PowerPoint will tell you if something is aligned or if something is within the right shape as you make it larger, wider, or smaller. It automatically relates things to other shapes in the PowerPoint itself. Once you understand that first page, go ahead and delete that page and then focus on this large page here. Now let's zoom in a little bit. And you'll notice some things I've built into this particular PowerPoint slide. It is a slide, but it is a very large slide. We can adjust PowerPoint slide sizes under File, Page Setup, and you'll see here that I have made a custom slide that is 24 inches wide and 36 inches high, making a portrait style board. So a very large PowerPoint slide that we've made 24 by 36 inches. You'll see our urban planning Ball State logo there. You'll see a map of Indiana. You'll see the land use colors already there. And spaces for you to customize, including putting your company name and your name, places to place your logo, lots of different text boxes, and these large red rectangles which are not intended to remain in this. They are intended just to establish and space out relationships. The first thing I recommend you do is look at the title of your development. So the name of your development. And use the text here to tell a little bit about, this is just the name of your development. Or you could also use the company name, but I've established that as the name of the development. More informally, if you just want to say infill proposal for downtown, that's fine as well. And this rectangle here, if you click on that and then you go to shape format, or if you just click on the shape itself, you can see this kind of jumps around a little bit. I want to resize that down just a little bit there. And if we click just on that format, we can see shape fill, and we can change the color of that and to whatever color you want. And that's sort of the first level of customization that you could start to build into this particular slide. So however you wish, a good way to sort of title out the entire page there. Next, I've got some smaller rectangles that sort of talk about the first couple of modules in the semester, as well as a key map of Muncie and Indiana, as well as the land use colors. So this is a good place to put in things from modules 1 through 3 and any other supporting information. Down here, we've got larger things and perhaps narrower things, lots of extra text, a place to put your logo. This is where we put our larger examples of our work. So to do that, what I just like to start to do is insert picture, and you can go picture from file. You can bring in a JPEG, a PNG, or even a full PDF as part of your work. And so, so if I start to bring in some work here, maybe this plan view, I would then delete this particular red square and then start to place it in. And what that does, as soon as I bring in my own content, because the other red rectangles are in here, it'll tell you if it's lined up with those things. So maybe this plan view becomes here, this caption then becomes nested with that particular plan. Maybe this, and I can put a little bit larger image here. Maybe I'll delete that and then insert and picture from file. I've got a larger perspective view here that I'll bring in, and I'll size that down. Maybe this will go right in there. And holding down the Shift key, in PowerPoint you have to hold down the Shift key in order to, well, actually you can stretch things a little bit, but for the most part we like to keep things proportional, and so I can then align or make this particular image nest right in there. And there's a caption here that I can customize that can go underneath that particular image. I could also size this up a little bit, and if I click on the picture and go picture format, I can crop that image in PowerPoint and just trim it out, a little bit of this excess here, so that it fits nicely into our template. Maybe something like that. And then take this caption over here and just move it underneath. Take that caption there, put it underneath. Now I'll zoom in a little bit tighter here. You can see that I've used a little bit of Latin here. This is called Greeking. This is when you use filler text to help place a layout. So I recommend you write your text in Word. So let's say you have a Word document open, and the Word document, if you type all your text in Word, it'll check all of your spelling and grammar before you bring it into PowerPoint. So let's say that I have this little text here as a caption. I'll copy that, and then I'll click on this here, delete it back to its origin here, and then I'll go edit and then paste and match formatting. What that will do is take the text from Word. We paste in the text from Word. Let me do that again. And we do edit, paste and match formatting, and that will bring the text from Word and change it to this font and this size, which I've set in the template for you. And then you can align it, size it, align it to the image as you wish, and do that for each caption. There's also some body text that is available if you wish. That's in 14-point font there if you want to paste in additional text or bullets or paragraphs from there. Of course, you can move all that around as you wish, as you arrange information from your first few modules and as you start to block in additional information and images from these final modules. Things like the section are very horizontal, things like that, so that might come in here. so. It's fairly horizontal there. Let's stretch it just a little bit. And that section can be, this here could be labeled in Illustrator, or it could be labeled in Photoshop, or you can label it right here. You can float text directly over it as necessary. If I just copy and paste that. So just adjust this here. However much text happens there. To make another text box, you can just make another text box here, and you can paste text over an image here in PowerPoint, make it white. You can float that directly over an image if necessary. If you need to, if text happens behind an image, we just highlight the text box there, like so. We go to Arrange, bring that text to the front. You can label text directly over images right here in PowerPoint if necessary. If you want to label things or elements from that image directly here in PowerPoint, that's how we can start to do that. Okay, make that a little smaller, float that down like so. Let the section float there, and take a look at it. This is how the board starts to fill up. Now, images may not need to be this big. They may be more like this, and maybe more in the realm of this, or happen a little bit differently. Those are all customizable. The red rectangles there are primarily just to help you establish relationships and to scale things appropriately and to line things up. And so when you no longer need a red rectangle, you just get rid of it and then continue to drop in your content there. When you're all set, you go to File, Export, and then choose PDF. Make sure you've checked all of your spelling and all your grammar. It will save it as a 24 by 36 PDF, and so I will save that there. Poster PowerPoint demo. Give it a name, export that, and it is processing the slide and turning it into a PDF. And it looks something like this. And that is a 24 by 36 poster. Again, I haven't filled in everything here, but as we might start to fill that content in, and as you start to make drafts or make checks, or as you want me to review them, or if you want to take a look at a draft, please share that with me, email that to me, or share it with me in a folder. That's available to you. And as you work, and if you have questions or ideas about how to balance a page, or how to include certain content or not include some content, you have full editorial control in terms of what you put on this poster. But reading from top to bottom, we should try to get the most comprehensive summary of your entire semester's work on that poster board. And then when that PDF is ready, go ahead and upload that for your submission into the submissions folder, and that would complete the poster. Now I will open up the Portfolio Pages template, which is located under Portfolio Templates. There is a Portfolio Pages PowerPoint template that we can use. It's very similar to that document. There's an instruction page, and then if I go to Slide Sorter Viewer, you'll see I have a series of model layouts that can be used for whatever you would like to arrange that information for. For maybe Module 1, this would be a good layout for several of the inventory photos that you have. For later modules, you may just a split page like this might work really well because it's two larger maps or diagrams. How this works is here in the slide sorter view, we can see all of the different page layouts that I've proposed for you. What you do is when you want to use something, let's say I'm interested in using this particular layout, I go to Insert, Duplicate Slide, and then just move that page down to the end here, and then I'll come in here and then start to customize it. And to do that, I start by deleting one of the squares, and then I start inserting my content. So in this case, it's a fairly large image. What I might do then is use this here to align with the previous or the remaining two squares, like so. And that does is it gives the page lots of white space, and then delete more content, and then insert more. So I might include the section cut. As these two things align, then bring those together. And we might move this caption up and this caption down. So the layout is pretty loose in terms of what it can do, but it helps you align things to each other. And as you no longer need the red squares or red rectangles, you just delete them and get them out of your way. Move this caption here, then I can start to customize that caption. I can also, as we did in the other example, if we want to put text over an image, just grab text box and then type the text. You can change its color. And now those labels can float directly over an image in the PowerPoint page, as well as I demonstrated also in the poster. Each page doesn't need a title, but it's here available. So this then just becomes the title of what we're looking at here. And that's secondary there. Just explains to the viewer what they're looking at. And each slide has a space for your name, which you then would just customize like so. So that's how you can use these red squares and red rectangles to start to make a suggested layout and then move elements in and move captions around. Gives you good discipline for giving each page an explanation of what we're looking at, and the captions are sized appropriately to support each image. And then when you're all done, when you've customized, let's say our next one, we take this and duplicate the slide, and I'll move that to the end again. So as your content starts to build up, the previous pages here would remain. And let's say I customized this one and started to work my way through, just picking the different layout pages that are appropriate for the content that you're trying to do. Module 1 might work really well with this one. Images that are fairly horizontal might work really well with this one. You just duplicate that particular slide and move it to the end. And then when you're done with all of the previous template pages, we just holding down the Shift key, I just select all of those and they go away, and then this just becomes your content then. However many pages you choose to lay this out. I do encourage you to bring in everything from Module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and use these template pages to lay them out and get all the information there. That becomes the starter for your portfolio. Most of this content from Plan 605 would go into your graphics section of your portfolio. We evaluate portfolios in the spring based on demonstrations of writing, based on demonstrations of analytics or analysis content, and demonstrations of graphics content. Most of the material in your Plan 605 course will support the graphics, but there is some analysis that you did in Module 1 and some land use analysis that you did in Module 2 that could go very well into your analysis portion. So just know that you're building a portfolio around 3 areas of concentration. Most of Plan 605 will be in the graphics portion, but some of it can work in other places in the portfolio. So when you're all done, let's say that you have 5 or 6, however many pages that you feel are necessary to demonstrate your Plan 605 work. We then go to File, Export, and choose PDF once again, and give it a unique name. And it will make a PDF of those slides, which are vertically oriented. And you have the beginning of a portfolio for the semester. The template pages, if I delete the slides, so the instruction page, obviously get rid of that. But this might work really well for a front cover. This might work really well for beginning. You can even delete these and expand the text columns if you want larger columns of text, for instance. You can paste your content directly from Word and start to do some text or even a table of contents page if you wish. The template is really flexible in terms of just arranging content and supporting content with captions, and then making sure that every page has an explanation of what each page looks like. And so it's a good way to just organize your information, organize your content from the class, and get your portfolio started for the spring. Okay.